at my window. And then we were supposed to get some St. Patrick's weather this weekend. It's supposed to be some snowy, sleety,
Oh,
they
really?
say. They say.
Well,
But
hopefully it's fine for Saturday when you come over.
right, exactly, because we have a half marathon on Sunday. Thank goodness.
Oh my
We
God. Forget these stupid marathons, man. Go run on the treadmill.
exactly.
I don't need that shit in my life.
We got marathon at home. Okay.
It's a walking pad.
Uh-huh.
What was I saying? So, fuck. Oh, this is I think this is probably known. This you probably knew this already, but I'm really just starting to actually come to the realization that this is a real thing. I'm definitely addicted to marijuana. It's so bad. I keep trying to stop. I just can't, man.
Well, why are you trying to stop? What are you doing that you need to stop?
I just don't like it's just getting it's not serving me anymore. Like cuz this is whatever, this was Newton or something. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, right?
Hmm.
So I feel like every high is balanced out by a low.
Hmm.
And it's getting to the point where like if I get really high at night, I wake up the next morning fucking depressed.
Oh no.
And I'm just like, this is no good. But then, and I wake up every morning like, fuck, like I hate this feeling. I don't want to do this anymore. But then by the time I get home from work, I'm like, man, I can't wait to smoke. And I'm like, damn, this really is addiction. This is what an addiction is. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
fortunate that my addiction is for weed and not something that would kill me a lot faster. But
Hmm.
I'm really like coming to the realization. I'm like, no, like this is actually like my brain is just like wired for this right now. And I don't like that. I don't like being dependent on a thing. Even though
Yeah.
I definitely am dependent on coffee. That's a
I was
different
about to
story.
say you love coffee.
That's different, okay? Because it doesn't make me depressed.
Yeah. Do you get a coffee crash at like 2 in the afternoon?
Well, speaking of addiction, usually around 2 in the afternoon, I'll have another cup. Maybe I just have an addictive personality. Is that what's
Hmm.
happening?
Usurp the crash, right? You just let it out
I
completely.
ride the wave.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
Hi,
I love to
Amber.
smoke at night. I love to smoke when I get home. Um, especially at night. At
You,
night, it helps with my creativity. See, for me, it's different. It helps with my creativity for what I want to do in the class the next day. And
mm,
I'm just like, ooh, I can do this and this and that. I just love to do that because it just makes me think of my lesson plan, you
yeah.
know?
No, I get that, and I don't know. Like, I feel like I used to think like that, but then it's like I feel like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like that's a trap that I've had for myself. I'm like, I feel like I am more creative when I smoke, but then on times when I'm not smoking, I'm like, I feel like I actually am just as creative. But it's like it's
Well,
one of those things. It's like how can you judge yourself when you are yourself?
mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, for me, it's a little bit different. Musically, I feel like I'm just fine without smoking. I don't need to smoke to make music, to write music, or to perform music. Definitely not to perform. I'm not trying to smoke
Yes,
before I
yes,
sing at
absolutely.
all. But to write lyrics, no, I don't feel like I need weed at all. I can do that just fine. But it's something about my classes. It's something about the Pilates classes, maybe because it's a job. It really is a job to me. And it may seem fun, but it can be an arduous, it's a grueling kind of task to come up with a flow of exercises for
Yeah,
people every single week. They don't, I mean, because this is Manhattan, they could just go somewhere else. Like, you know what I
that's
mean?
true. That's always
So,
true. Yeah,
yeah. So, like, every week I'm like desperate in my mind, like, I got to make these ladies happy, these ladies and this one guy really, really happy so they don't like, hate me at the end of class and stuff. And, people always got something to say in New York,
always.
so that's my thing. So that's why I like to just smoke and chill. And I'm just like, oh, I can do this, I can do that, you know, that I just like to do that.
That's interesting. Do you think? Oh well, hold on. Let's. Okay, so
Greetings.
Amber says she feels the same way basically, but I've quit everything else and I definitely have done worse. Same. That's the thing. I do feel lucky in a way because I have done other things in my life that are a little more intense than weed,
Mhm.
but for whatever reason, my brain just didn't latch on to them in the same way. Like there's some people that like from the time they have their first drink of alcohol, they're fucking alcoholic. Like
Yeah.
that's just the way the chemical works in their brain. So I do
Yeah.
feel lucky that that's not me, because you'll die a lot quicker being an alcoholic than being a fucking pothead.
Hell yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I can't better myself
Through alcohol. No, I'm just kidding.
through black tar heroin. I mean, I don't even do people even do heroin anymore? They have opioids.
I think so.
Heroin's like a street
Yeah.
drug still. Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely see people on the street doing heroin and passing the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. That is for sure.
But that's like, I think that's more of the exception. I don't think that's really as prevalent as it used to be. Let me say it like that.
Not as it used to be. It didn't. It wasn't.
I did.
Because you
Anyway,
probably
hi,
get an
Paul.
intervention right through the back of your head nowadays if you do.
Yeah.
Or you probably go to the
Well-
hospital because you fell off the counter spraying for ants because you were wearing socks.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm going to mute this because I got to fix my mic, so just don't mind me.
No worries. I'm going to talk to the people. So what's up, guys? So in case you didn't know, we have been working on an album for our second album for a couple of weeks, maybe even months now. And once we get the album out, we're trying to go on tour of the US. So we're trying to go from LA to New York. Obviously, recording costs money, touring costs money, and everything in the world is just getting more and more expensive. And I feel it's almost like I feel kind of dumb, dude. Like the world is so crazy right now for us to be doing a stream to fundraise for our tour. It almost seems like crazy. I'm like, have you seen what's happening in the world? But it's like all we can do is live our lives. And we're just trying to get out there. We're trying to play as much as possible. I know you guys are in a lot of different places. We want to get out. We want to meet you guys. We want to play for you guys. And hopefully this will help make it happen. If you guys, I don't know what we're going to do. If you guys want to super chat or whatever, we can maybe try to cover a song. If you super chat it, I have my guitar back here. We could try to like make some musical things happen. I don't know. We're just messing around. We just hope that people join in and get in on the story. If you guys have any questions about the album, about the tour, then we'd be happy to answer them. And tell us what's going on with you guys. I think we can open up. We didn't really talk about this beforehand, but I think if anyone wants to join, we probably can do that for a minute or two. If you want to talk to us on the stream, that would be fun as well. So let us know. We can send you an invite. But in the meantime, what else? Should we tell them about should we tell them about what happened in the fucking with the scam, or should we keep that between us?
Oh my God, we can tell. I'm so pissed.
Should we tell people how fucking dirty this world is that we live in?
I really should have known, but
I know I should have known too. There's more to it today that I haven't told you yet.
Oh, they asked for 10,000.
No, just 600. Wait, let's try to be bright-sided, but yeah, it's a little rough. I hope y'all get to do the tour. Definitely hope. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely okay. So we have dates blocked off on our calendar where we're definitely going to be on the road. The question is, how many dates can we fill? Like, so we definitely will be on the road, but the more support we get from everybody and the more like, hey, like we're in this city, come play here, the more shows that we'll be able to actually line up. So this is also, not only is it like, people can super chat or whatever to like help us raise money or whatever, but like, we also want to hear from you guys. Like, where are you guys? Like, are there a lot of people and like just happen to be like in some random part of the country that happen to like us? We don't know about it. Like, we actually have no idea. So that's another reason that we're doing it.
Yeah.
Paul was saying the super chat a few years ago was great, but it's iffy. Yeah. So
that was
what
so
Paul
fun.
is referring to, that was really fun. He's referring to people super chatting for us to do live reactions, but YouTube is not a big fan of that. And it gave us our first strike, which is permanent. It never goes away. And if we get 3, our entire channel is taken down. So it's really not worth like messing with them. It's almost like tempting the YouTube gods.
Yeah, we were acting like a radio station.
Yeah, so welcome back to Slat FM. Actually, let me grab my guitar. I'm gonna play a little background music.
Man, that was fun. So yeah, we are heading out on the road. We're gonna do some shows here in the New York metro area, Connecticut and stuff. and then we're just going out into the mid and into the west.
Yeah. The mid and the
Yes.
west.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much in the south. Maybe if we have time, we'll do another tour down south at some point in the next couple of years.
They were saying that they shouldn't call Chicago the Midwest because it's really closer to us. So people were saying it should actually be the Middle East.
That's funny. The Middle East, USA.
The Middle East, USA. Guys, we haven't been in person together. I haven't seen Dan physically in person in about 6 months. Just kidding. Saw him last week. But
You got me for a second. I was like, has it been that long? There's no way.
you guys would think we haven't seen each other in person. We've been working on music in person. We've been working on this next project. I'm pretty excited about it. I would say this next project for me is a no skip. When the last two projects I can personally say were a couple of skips for me, even though I wrote the lyrics and stuff. So, but I like this one a lot.
Well, I definitely feel like we're the best we've ever been.
Yeah. We are definitely growing, and Sight After Dark is like becoming itself. It's like we're becoming the logo on this album. That's what I kind of really feel. It's like a really electro pop rock. I'm looking a bit hazy. Listen, I have changed locations. I really like this spot. I am all the way downstairs in my house, as opposed to when you guys always see me all the way upstairs, which is closest to the modem. I got a Wi-Fi extender. Sometimes if I hit my computer, I look a bit blurry. So that's what you guys have been experiencing. But I try to turn my airplane mode off. Keep my phone away from here. And I don't know, maybe it helps. But yeah, we redid my basement. This is one of the rooms. And I'm all the way downstairs now. Maybe I'll buy a new Wi-Fi extender, a better one. Because this one was only like 20 bucks. Maybe I need to spend like 80. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's... How much did you spend on yours? 50? 60?
40?
Maybe I need to spend 40 instead of $21.99.
$21.99. Well, the 99 cents is where they get you.
Exactly. It got good ratings on Amazon. So I said I'll get it. What else? Yeah, so that's what we've been working on when we see each other in person. But this weekend, I'm heading over there. I will be where Dan is. And the reaction videos are going to come out. We're going to be side by side for next week's reaction videos, right?
Yes.
Hold on. So,
Paul said adverts. Is there an ad happening right now?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
Maybe
YouTube is jacking our stream.
it's the jack of streams. Oh, maybe we should come out with a song like that. You know, Ice Cube had a song called Jackin' for Beats. That was really, really good. We should call Jackin' for Streams. We are the Jack of Streams.
Jackin' for Streams.
Yep, we could do a little mix like I think KRS-One had a beat, and he was like, he did the Jack of Spades at the end. I keep mentioning I'm gonna get you sucker. This is the last time I'm gonna mention it. Okay. At the end of I'm gonna get you sucker, Keenan Ivory Wayans shows up on the crime scene, and then Boogie Down Productions, who is KRS-One and his whole crew, Miss Melody, D Nice, and they're all behind him. And they're like, who are these guys? And Keenan Ivory Wayans like, oh, this is my theme music. He was like, every good hero should have one. And he starts walking and the record starts scratching jack. It's really good.
What would your theme music be?
Oh, man. I don't know why. You know that song by Roberta Flack? That's the time I feel like making love. I don't know if that just popped in my head.
That's funny. Isn't that the one that goes, I feel like making... Oh, wait, what? I don't even know if I know it, actually.
What do you know about that, Paul? What do you know about that song? Okay. By one of the greatest groups ever, Better Than Free. Just kidding.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. let's make up a song right now. What? Okay. I'm gonna play some chords. Imagine you're telling a story. I don't know what story. It could be a made up story. It could literally just be the story of your day. But imagine we're at a radio station and you're telling a story over this music. All right. So this could be anything. It could be something that actually happened to you, or Bad Company, A Poor Man's Free. That's funny. Are you cool with that? Do you like that idea or no?
I'm cool with it. I'm always game. I'm like a kindergartner. Strings and things and singing low. Strings and things and singing low. I'm open to suggestions for this song. Right now it's strings and things and singing along. I'm cold.
Yeah.
Oh,
So cool.
so cold. Who's that guy, Tom Waits? I want to sing like him.
Do it.
Sometimes when you're cold, I'm trying to really make my voice messed up. Sometimes when you're cold, sometimes there's sleet, frosted rain, pain, pain and rain and pain and rain.
The rain causes pain, but only in my soul. This is so dumb.
Cold as ice.
Willing to sacrifice. That's us, right? That's original.
Be wet as rain, as fire. Can't complain.
Oh, hold on. I gotta check something on YouTube, and then I'm gonna change up the chords. That's fun though. I feel like this is something that if somebody did this at an open mic, they would do it seriously and people would clap.
Yeah. I mean, I really tried to channel my best Robert Plant. You know, when he starts a folk song and he's always like, oh, he goes in the back of his throat. He's like, cold. I'm just
Cold. I'm so cold. Do you think he was really cold? Do you think his vocal cords were cold and maybe that's why he had to sing it like that?
I think so.
Okay. What kind of vibe? Give me a vibe. I'll try to make a vibe right now. You tell me.
Give me a
No
Johnny
pressure.
Cash. Do 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 do. Well, here in the streets of New York City, we like to. Well, in the streets of New York City, where we're jacking up all the prices. Here in the streets of New York City, where we set the prices highest.
So high.
So high, we ain't never seen low no time before. So high, so high. What's the
Was that Johnny
GDP
Cash,
for?
Joe?
No, not really. We set the GDP for the whole nation. Yeah, it's high.
Us, me and you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You mean just us
We
two,
set
right?
we set your GNP, your GDP, and your S&P financial structures. I'm just a Wall Street cowgirl. Riding bulls on Fulton and Broadway. You guys don't know that bull? I'm just a Wall Street cowgirl.
Amber says inflation. Let's make it a song about inflation.
Okay. When there's war and there's prices to pay, and you can't afford a slice of turkey, that's in flame, flame,
Inflation.
flame, 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 flame. That's in flame, 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 flame. TION.
Was that good? I don't know.
That was good. That's pretty good. Hey, man, we can't say that much here. That guy you're talking about owns some of the most expensive real estate here in this city.
Who? This guy?
We don't want no problems.
Where did? It's okay. We live in Brooklyn. I don't think he has shit in Brooklyn, does he?
Nobody's coming over here. No. I remember Paris Hilton said that
Well,
one
he
time.
started. He started in Queens. He started in
Yeah.
Queens, then moved into Manhattan. I don't think there's anything in Brooklyn.
You think I cook like them Goombas in Brooklyn? No. Don't come over here.
Wait, that's
We're
what-
our
that's-
own city.
That's what Paris Hilton said.
No. She was like, it was some episode of The Simple Life. You know, she's from Manhattan. She's born in Manhattan, but she's like, you know, pretty much an LA girl now. And they did The Simple Life in like Staten Island or something like that. And like the people, you know, Staten Island is like Hicksville, NYC sometimes. So she's over there, she's staying at the people's house, whatever happens, whatever. And she's like, you know, I'm so glad I was born in Manhattan and not in like Brooklyn or Queens or whatever.
She said that.
But I can understand her feeling that way in Staten Island. I could totally.
But why not just say Staten Island then?
She's just pissed. I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, why you got to bring everybody else into it?
She just is who she is.
I mean, that's
She's pretty
funny.
funny to me because no matter how LA she is, the New York is always going to come out. She's always going to be like, "What?"
Huh? Honestly, I never watched any of that shit. The only thing I ever remember from her is like, that's hot.
Oh,
That's the only thing I remember from her.
she's a big girl now. She's a mom. She's got her own company. She's doing good. I like Paris Hilton. She's cool.
She has kids.
She got 2 little kids now.
Good for her.
Good
Does she live
for
in Paris?
her. No, I forgot what their names are, but they are names like that.
How come? What were you gonna
Jinx
say?
you? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, how come nobody's ever named after this city?
Oh, right.
How
It's
come
my little
nobody's?
kid.
Why not Manhattan Hilton?
I don't know. My niece, his name is Brooklyn though, because my cousin and yeah, her
I
name's
did know a girl in high school named Brooklyn. I forgot about that.
yeah.
So maybe that is a little more common, but that's not even. I guess because calling someone New York, which isn't really cool.
No, if you ever saw Flavor Flav, there was a contestant. Her name was New
What
York.
Flavor of Love?
Yeah, Flavor of Love. New York was one of the contestants.
Wasn't that like his main person for a while?
Yeah. She was like one of the last 3 contestants.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I've been on a reality show kind of weird binge because we've been watching Jersey Shore and it's so fucking funny, man. I remember watching it when it first came out, be like, what the fuck is this? But now that I've lived in not only live in Jersey, but I've been to Jersey and I've kind of seen where this is happening, I'm like, this is actually really funny.
Yeah,
Like this is
because they're not lying. They
I'm
are who
like,
they are.
yo, those motherfuckers really are like that. And I feel like I appreciate it more. Because in
Yeah.
Florida, it's like, we're going to the shore. It's like, bitch, we live on the shore. We don't act like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's like such a different beach vibe, I guess.
Yeah, no, we're really gonna while out here in the Northeast because we only get like 2 months of summer, you know?
That's the thing. That's what it is. Everybody has to be inside. So it's like the time that you get outside is like there's no like, oh, we'll go hard tomorrow. It's like, no, like this is it.
Do
We
this
gotta
now.
fucking go now.
Yeah.
We're gonna take shots, we're gonna have fights on the boardwalk, bro.
Oh my gosh.
One of them episode we got her I just watched yesterday. She was fucking drunk running through the street and then got arrested. It was like, what happened? What? I don't want to be in trouble. I'm like, oh my god. You're literally in the middle of a street blocking traffic. Like, yeah, you're gonna get arrested. You can't.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you're on the boardwalk, it's fine. It's not public intoxication. But once you get onto the streets,
Yeah.
that's when it's public intoxication.
I mean, and to be honest, it really takes a lot to get arrested out in Jersey at the shore. It takes a lot because you can have a lot of fun, tons of fun, and think you're doing too much and not get arrested. You're actually being good.
Yeah, no, you pretty much have to go out of your way
Yeah.
to be like, hey, cops, look at me,
Yeah.
which does happen sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna act like it doesn't happen. I'm not gonna act like that doesn't happen in Florida either.
Man, oh man. Craziest beach. And well, we got some of the craziest people out here in Jersey and in New York, for sure.
Where do you think there's more crazy people, here or Florida? I think Florida. But if
Why?
you're comparing a city, but that's comparing a city to a whole state, though. Like if you're talking New York City versus Florida, or you're
I
talking about
just
just the
don't.
Northeast area.
Yeah, Florida is wild because it's like, I don't know, you guys are outside all the time. So you have opportunities to just act the fool all year round. It's
Yeah.
like, unless you're involved with Jussie Smollett, nobody is coming outside in the winter to get buck wild out in the streets and stuff like that.
What do you mean? I'm trying to get my Subway sandwich. Who does
I
fucking guy think he is? I'm gonna beat his
It's so
ass.
crazy. Yeah, I definitely think. And then what I've noticed from the body cams and from shows like Cops and stuff like that, Florida is a state that allows you to see their body cam videos more frequently than
Yeah.
any other states. So it makes it seem like something's always happened in Florida, where it's like a New York body cam video. We might just have just two people working on the force
Maybe
after our
only the
body cam
judge
video.
sees that. Maybe.
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You're onto something there because I realized that not only can you be outside all the time, but wait, fuck, I completely lost what I was saying. What was the last thing you said?
The body cam videos, Florida shows
Oh,
more.
okay. So you know how there's the whole Florida man thing? Florida man
Hmm.
does this, Florida man does that. It's because of the laws. It's because it is so much easier to publicize. You don't have to, both parties don't have to consent. Only one party has to consent.
Okay.
That, which is why you get so many Florida headlines.
Hmm.
Although I do think there are a lot of fucking crazy people in Florida for two main reasons. First of all, it's hot as shit all the time.
Hmm.
Like all the time, even in the winter. I was out, we were there. I mean, I was there like 2 weeks ago. It was fucking
Hmm.
hot. It was
Yeah.
February.
January 1st in Florida, I was on the beach
Yeah.
swimming.
So
Yeah.
it's hot all the time. So that's the first thing. But then also, there's not really seasons, right? So you kind of feel stagnant in a way. And I feel like it kind of makes you go crazy. And that's not
Hmm.
something that I even realized until I left. Because once I got here and I'm like, oh, seasons, it's like, it's always like everything is in flux.
Hmm.
You're always going from summer, then you're going into fall, then it's winter, then it's spring. It's always a wave. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
not, but in Florida, it's kind of just like this all the time. And it's flat.
Yeah.
So you're literally flatlining in many ways. And I feel like that kind of drives certain people crazy. And I feel like that's why there's a lot of like drugs in there. I mean,
That's true too.
pills, meth, whatever the fuck. Especially
Yeah.
when you get like, if you're like in the middle of the state, when you're not by the ocean, like there's nothing to do but drugs. And maybe like hunt an alligator or some shit.
Hmm. It's an alligator. Yeah. I mean, is it the weirdest place? Florida is different. I don't know if it's the weirdest place. I don't know if I would live down there permanently. I don't know. I used to think my brother was crazy. He'd be like, "Yeah, I went to Miami." He was like, "I could only stay down there for like a week." I'm like, "It's Miami. How could you only stay down there for a week?" And then I actually went myself, and I was like, "Yeah, 14 days tops. That's it."
I mean, you know how I feel about Miami.
Yeah, I'm not a huge. I'm more of a Key Largo kind of gal. Uh,
Montego,
or
baby, why don't
Siesta
we go?
Key. Yeah, I like it when it's I like it's very communal and everything makes me feel like I'm on a permanent episode of like Gilligan's Island.
Have you been to
Like
Siesta Key?
yes, Siesta Key and like Turtle Beach and that is like Sarasota, Saratoga kind of
Yeah,
area. Yeah, I
yeah. I
like it
mean,
over there.
I know it. I know exactly where it is. I've just never gone. And there's a
Hmm.
show. There's a reality show called Siesta Key.
Yeah, I actually passed by some of the spots that were featured on that show, but I was out on Turtle Beach, which is around there, which is good. Yeah, I like the color of the water there. It's very pale kind of blue, as opposed to a turquoise-ish blue, like some other parts of Florida. You think so? California,
California's bigger for sure.
here we come. See those sun-kissed eyes. See those. I'm in California, a place I've never been.
I had a
Laughing.
I don't know if this was a daydream or an actual dream the other day, but I was thinking about the tour, and I was like, you know what we should do when we leave here,
Oh,
when we leave New York, we should take a pit stop at the ocean, put our feet in the ocean, just our feet. I mean, maybe you can go in the ocean if you want to. It'll probably be cold in September. Get our feet in the water. 3 weeks later, we put our feet in the Pacific Ocean.
okay.
That's it. It's not really anything kind of crazy. I just thought it would be like that's kind of cool. It's like, okay, this is one ocean in our country. Put our feet in this water. Next time we're at a beach, we're gonna be on the completely opposite side of the country at a completely different ocean.
I might cry when I get to the
I just think
Pacific
there's something
Ocean.
cool
I don't
about
know
that.
why. Yeah, that is
That's
something
cool
cool.
though, right?
Yeah, I
There's
might
something cool
cry. I
about
don't know
that.
why. Hmm.
At
Coast to
the Pacific, not the
coast.
Atlantic.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like literally
Yeah.
when you're like Jersey Shore to like Venice Beach,
Right.
and just see like what is the difference? What does this water feel like? What does
Yeah.
that water feel like? Does it look different? Is the sand different? You know?
What if I don't come back?
Um,
What if I say I'm staying here? Sorry, sight after dark.
in California,
Yeah,
we'll just keep doing
that's
this
it.
online, and then we'll come. I'll visit you, and you visit me. Had a Tai Chi ad for over 60s. I think it's targeting me personally. Yeah, Paul, that sounds like a personal problem.
I see that ad from time to time. In
We're
10
too old to get
years,
drafted, my friend.
you look 20 when you're 50. But it is good. Those Chai Chi exercises are really good.
Yeah.
We
Paul
both
says you might
think
get drafted
imagine.
before then, but we're
Imagine.
already both too old to be drafted.
Yeah.
You have to. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys know. Like, as I don't know, do women have to do this too? Do you have to register for selective service? Because I had to do that when I was 18. I had to put my name in and shit.
I think so.
But
Yeah. I mean, I did it. It's
It's
just
for
been so long
18.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's supposed to be from 18 to 25, and we're both in our
Yeah.
30s, so I don't think we're
Mm-hmm.
even at risk of that. Although part of me was
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
like, if shit's really going down, I feel like I kind of would want some military training.
Well,
You know what I
I
mean?
knew,
Not that I
yeah,
would
I
want to
knew,
go there,
no.
but I would want to know for myself.
Yeah, I heard, well, two things. This girl I knew from Colombia, she was like, their gym class in regular elementary and high school used to be like military training. She was like, I'm telling you, she was like, we were climbing ropes, we were jumping over things. She was like going underneath like barrels and mud and stuff like that. And I heard
Yeah.
every Israeli kid is trained in the military. That's what I
Oh, well,
heard.
that's for sure. I know that for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Everyone, they don't have a choice. Um, but it's like it's interesting because it's like I guess because back in the day, well, I guess during our parents' age, there still was a draft, right? Because there was a draft during Vietnam. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like for most of America's existence, there has been a draft. Just not. It sounds crazy to us because we never grew up with that. But
Right.
if you were to put it on a graph, is there a draft or was there not a draft? Most years in American history, there was a draft, right? Or was
Yeah.
that only started for the Civil War? I don't even know.
They reinstated it for Vietnam because nobody was really volunteering like they were in
I
World War
wonder
II.
why.
Exactly. You know, we don't want to give them
I
Coca
feel like
Cola.
I feel like since World War II, there really hasn't been a volunteerable war. Like, let me. That's a crazy thing to say. Let me try to rephrase that. Like, that's the last war that America fought. That it's really like no, like there's clearly a reason that we should be doing this because we got physically attacked.
Hmm.
But it's like all the other wars since then. It's like here, why don't you sign up so we can go send you like 10,000 miles away to go kill some random people that look nothing like you and you've never really had any interaction with ever?
Yeah.
That's really what it's been since then.
And now they're here, right? And now those same people are here.
Well, weren't they always? But that is crazy though. Like I was saying, like like my grandpa. I was just at his memorial and shit. He was in Korea, and it's like that's crazy. Like I'm literally thinking about like this dude is born and raised in the Bronx, and the government's like, hey, we're gonna send you to the complete opposite side of the world to kill some North Koreans. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Like in the whole scheme of the communism versus capitalism, Cold War kind of shit, you understand like strategically why America would want to do that. But as far as you being a person just trying to live your life, like why the fuck am I gonna go 10,000 miles away to risk my life over a piece of land that I've never had anything to do with?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And they didn't have a choice either. That's the craziest thing. Like, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess you did. You would get thrown in jail if you didn't go, like Muhammad Ali.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You get thrown in jail. Um, yeah, well, that's what happens when you're the big superpower. All right. All right. You want to be part of the crew, you get down or you lay down.
I'm curious. This is probably a stupid question because it was for most of the Cold War. It was the U.S. versus um Russia or Soviet Union,
Kremlin
Kremlin.
Empire.
So I'm assuming that they had a draft because I mean Soviet Russia, you can't fucking say shit up against the government. So I'm sure they just took whoever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah.
There
Was
probably wasn't even a draft. They just probably showed up at your door one day and they're like, "Hey, you're coming with us."
and they were probably physically prepared already. You ever took a Russian ballet class? Okay.
Me?
Talk about military training. Holy crap. I loved all my Russian teachers. They just are built tough like that.
Russians are built different. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're from a place that cold, you got to be tough.
Hmm.
It is what it is. Like you can't be from that place and be soft. Like that cold will make you rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, another BS conflict. Yeah, I mean, it's clearly not about us. I don't know. I mean, we don't have to get into the whole entire thing here. Paul, I don't know where the fuck you get off being from Britain, talking shit about us. Saw somewhere out of your 250 years, there's only about 30 years you haven't been at war with someone. How long has it been since you guys forcibly took over a country, if I might ask, and enslaved the peoples? Can I ask that?
People are
And stole all their
celebrating
spices.
people are celebrating their independence like, "Yay, 1974 independence."
That's so true.
Let us go, Paul. Let us go.
Well, that's also crazy though when you think about how big. I'm actually Paul. I'm not making fun of you. I'm actually curious how you feel about this. Like when you think about 100 years ago, the British Empire was the greatest empire the world has ever seen. The sun never set on the British Empire, right? There was always this. The sun was always on something that is British, right? And now the British is like nothing. No offense. It's just like you're back to your island. So it's like, how do you feel about that? Like Like, do you feel like you would rather it be more big, or are you fine with it the way it is? Like, I'm actually really curious because I feel like Americans, if America became less dominant, I don't think Americans would like that,
No.
right? So I'm curious, like the UK, the British, they were the top dogs for longer than America has been. So I'm really curious what the feel of that is in the UK. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a good question, but
I don't know. I feel like if it was progressive, and if it was something where it's like everybody's sharing, which seems to be happening anyway, it just seems like every place is turning into here slowly but surely, right? We got K-pop, right? Those guys used to have their own music, now it's a version of ours. All right. And then we got like Starbucks and McDonald's and Chase Bank like everywhere. And people get upset if they go to a hotel outside of this country and they don't get their American continental breakfast. Like they want their continental breakfast in Italy and like they better get it. You know what I mean? So it's like crazy. Um yeah, it just feels like every place is turning into here. So that's eventually gonna happen. I feel like we're gonna get like humbled because the playing field is going to get like leveraged out, right? It's going to get evened out because, oh, they got this in Turkey. I don't
yeah.
need it here in New York.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, you look about history, and I feel like you and I think I know more history than I would say the average person. I mean, every single empire or country that's ever existed has eventually fallen. So it's
Hmm.
like, I feel like the question is when it happens with America, like, what does that actually look like? Like, is it an invasion? I don't think it's an invasion. I think it's just splintering apart into separate states,
Yeah,
like what
yeah,
they tried to do during the Civil War.
yeah. I'm just really not trying to have it look like Mad Max or RoboCop or, Terminator. That I'd just be pissed. Like, we don't have to turn it into that. Like, come on. Nobody wants to live like that,
No,
you know? So, who knows?
I don't know. The world is an interesting place. It's always changing.
Hmm.
I mean, where do you guys think AI is going to be in 10 years? That shit is crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
is it going to be Skynet?
Who knows?
And if it was Skynet, would you guys rather die in the initial explosion or have to fight or live and fight the Terminators? You don't have to answer. Just think about it. Take a second. Amber's like, I
Yeah.
just want to be back on the East Coast before that happens. Don't leave me out here all alone. Alone.
Yeah. I
I
just
don't I don't remember what president said it, but I think somebody said that America will only fall from within, and I do believe that because there are two giant oceans separating us from everybody. Um, which is pretty hard to get across. Like I literally have thought about this in my head. I'm like, if you were to try to invade America, like how would you do it? You would two separate invasions from each coast at the same time and try to meet at the middle, but it's so much land. That's impossible.
hmm
There's no fucking way you could do that. You might be able
yeah.
to get like a little bit,
Yeah.
but
It'd have to be an inside job.
exactly. Well, I think it would be just infighting in the whole system breaking down and then splitting up into separate. Because most of the time, when big empires collapse, it's not like everybody just dies. It's just it becomes smaller countries or smaller like kingdoms. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
We need the mob to take over. The mob would never let this country fall. Okay.
Not as long as they get their money.
That's right.
Not as
Shout out
long
to the
as
Teamsters and
no,
the
those
big
guys are
dogs.
legit.
Oh my gosh. In the neighborhood south of here, okay, there was this trend going on here in New York City where stupid kids were running into malls and just invading malls and stealing stuff from the malls and like trashing the malls. They did it up in the Bronx and they did it some other two malls here. Well, we've got an area down here in South Brooklyn called a Mill Basin. It's pretty mobbed up. So we have a huge shopping mall down here called Kings Plaza. It's all the way at the end of Brooklyn when you're getting towards Queens. So all these malls got invaded here in the city, and the kids try to do it at Kings Plaza, and the cops were all like waiting for them the whole time. Like I'm like, of course, like this neighborhood is so mobbed up that we don't even have alternate side of the street parking down no. They're like, we'll do it ourselves. We don't even have street sweepers come in. They're like, we'll sweep our own streets. You guys, it's fine. I can't even tell you the last time I paid for a parking meter in Mill Basin. Like, it's just like that. But the mob will never let New York fall. Everywhere will sink around us. And then the island of Manhattan will balance right on the top of the Statue of Liberty. We'll be right there. And that's how we'll
Wow,
survive.
that's impressive.
Because we can do that.
I think we're gonna start our own country.
Right at the top of the torch. All come. Bring me your, what was the line? Bring me your poor, your whatever. I forgot. Whatever.
Tired masses or something.
Come on over, guys.
Bring
All
your
of you
poor and
guys.
tired masses. Yeah.
Into the
Let's see.
sad lands.
I'm still laughing at alone. I'm a fighter, always down to fight. Yes, I believe in we the people, but have lost. I do feel that. Because it's not really about. Obviously the system is the same regardless of who is elected. I feel like this is pretty obvious. I feel like that anyone that's been paying attention has known this for a while. I just don't know where it goes, man.
Yeah.
Like, is there got to be some kind of like violent struggle to regain what used to be? Because
I
that's
don't
they
know.
try to do that on January 6th.
Yeah. I mean, we can get attacked, but invaded is crazy. Invaded. Invade by who?
Yeah, there's just no way. Like,
You know, we,
logistically speaking, there's just no way.
yeah. An attack, yes, those are imminent. We had an attack in 97. We had an attack in '01. We've had pretty lots of attacks. Yeah. And they're usually financial. Of course, they're going to go to a certain place. They're either going to go to DC or they're going to go to New York City. But this whole country getting invaded by what?
Well, that's also the thing. It's funny. Like, I just imagine, like, in the city, it's one thing. But once you get out in the country, all those motherfuckers have guns. It's like you think an army's just gonna casually roll up to like a random house on the prairie and be fine.
Yeah.
There's
It's going to
gonna
have
be
to
a
be,
fucking blowout. Yeah.
yeah. It's going to be real serious. You'd have to like spray the place with like bioweapons. Like, you know what I'm saying? It would have to be like some type of cartoon Cobra Commander type shit. Where it's just like, where did this come from? Like,
Cobra Commander type shit.
what page of history is this? It just seems so weird. They are. Well, I always say we can't win a war without Russia. We need you. We need you. I need you. Just for the ballet of it all.
I mean, Putin's definitely pissed that the Soviet Union dissolved in the first place because he was KGB, right? So yeah, I mean, you're quit being a sore loser, bro. It is. I mean, it is what it is. I don't write the fucking history, man. But this is. I mean, this is really not where I expected the stream to go at all. Communism is not sustainable. It just isn't. I feel like maybe if you have a group of like 50 people, like you're just like living together in like a small village, maybe you could make that work. But you're talking about a country of millions, hundreds of millions of people where everybody gets the same outcome no matter how hard they work or what they do. People don't like that. That's just not gonna last.
No. When I was a
It's just human
young
nature.
bride, let me tell you, because people are always going to want things. If you're a communist country, once you send somebody out of that country into another country, they're going to bring back what that country showed them about the rest of the world. And this is the plainest example. When I was a young bride, me and my ex Rob, we lived with his dad, his dad's brother, and their two wives, right? We were trying to find a small apartment. We were really young. Okay. I was like 20. So
Yeah.
all three of us in this apartment, three different rooms, and two of us in each room. Okay, the two wives, right? The father and the father's brother and their wives were both from the Dominican Republic. They didn't speak any English, like think almost mail order bride, right? My husband's father's Puerto Rican, brother's Puerto Rican, so they're Americans basically, right?
Whoa. A Puerto Rican and a Dominican? Whoa. Good for them. They're really crossing
So
boundaries.
So, they had this feeling like Puerto Rican women are like American women. You can't really contain them, you can't control them. They need the kind of woman that you can, kind of barefoot and pregnantize, right? Like those kind of ladies. So they bring
Mm.
up some ladies from the Dominican Republic. These ladies don't speak any English, anything. So I only spoke to them in Spanish. They were handing out flyers. That was their job. They were handing them out in the wintertime, all that stuff. And I was looking for a job at the time. And they're asking me, they're like, Sifa, we have a position with flyers. You want to hand out the flyers? And I was like, the American in me was like, what?
The
I had
fuck?
to I had to catch myself. I was like,
What am
oh, I
I,
was
some
like,
kind
oh
of
no,
low
no,
life?
no. Exactly. I was like, oh no, no, no. I was like, I'm gonna get something for myself. But they caught that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
just I was young. I was just like, what? I was like, hell no. So then after time, I would go shopping. I would come in with things. I had the cell phone, like, you know what I mean? And they're just watching me pass them by with thing after thing after thing. And that fucked up their marriages. You know what I'm saying? Just me and me living my American life.
You ruined the docile. I'm happy with whatever my man provides for me life that they had. That's
Totally.
interesting. Wow.
Hmm.
Is that everyone knows what we're talking about? I know Black Poppy, I Dominican. Um, so that's interesting. Is that why not I'm not saying that this is everybody, but historically Dominicans and Puerto Ricans don't necessarily get along that great? Do you think that's what it is? Do you think that's part of what it is?
Well,
Or
I
just the
mean,
closeness?
Rob, my ex-husband, used to be like, well, Dominicans are like Hicks, you know what I mean? So they saw them, Puerto Ricans saw Dominicans as like lower than them because, they came from the country. They were like bumpkins and stuff. And Puerto Ricans were more like they're Americanized, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right?
yeah, that on a
Interesting.
grand scale, that's what it is. But on a micro scale, I mean, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans get along just fine.
Yeah, of course. And obviously, we're speaking generalities here, but that is a
Yeah.
stereotype that they don't
Yeah.
like each other, which is
Yeah.
something that I never knew about until I moved here. To be honest, I didn't know that was like supposedly a thing.
Hmm.
And I grew up
Hmm.
around a lot of Puerto Ricans in Florida. Not really
Yeah.
Dominicans though. Now that I think about it,
Interesting.
this is really the way that it broke up. It was like in Clearwater, it was like you're white, black, or Latino. There was no Asian really anything. And
Hmm.
then out of Latino, it's basically Mexican or Puerto Rican. That was pretty much it.
Hmm.
Um, I had like I was friends with like one Colombian family, one Peruvian family, but it's like that was pretty much where everybody fell. I'm sure Tampa had a lot more Cubans, but they didn't really make it to Clearwater.
Interesting. Yeah, I could see that happening because Clearwater, yeah, you would get a more American like Hispanic there in Clearwater as opposed to Miami, where it's nothing but like Haitians and Dominicans. They want to still live like that. They want
Yeah.
to live in their country in America. And Puerto Ricans, not necessarily, you know?
Well, because it is America.
Yeah.
Not that they're not allowed to fucking vote, which is crazy still.
Well, I
They're not a
mean,
state,
yeah.
but they are Americans.
Yeah. Keep them
It's
there.
like, yo, again, not to just like make generalities, but yo, Puerto Ricans are fun, man. Puerto Ricans are a good fucking time, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Um, I feel like we talked about this before. I feel like when I was growing, like the Puerto Ricans were always down to party, but the Mexicans, maybe because they didn't speak English as much, they always kept to themselves.
Yeah, they
Like I
stay
would
to
try
themselves
to be
more.
friends with everybody, and like some people just not like outgoing in that way.
Hmm.
But every Puerto Rican I know was always down to fucking party.
Hmm.
Whether it was with white dude, black dude, whoever, who gives a fuck? You're partying, I'll come through,
Yeah.
and it's a good time, man. Oh, I didn't mean to do that as like an exclamation mark.
I know, that was funny. I laughed. Good time. All right. Tell us who your favorite Puerto Ricans are. No, I'm just kidding. Mine is Ricky Martin, always. Ricky.
They just had a Canada versus Puerto Rico baseball game.
Really?
Guess who won?
Ricky Martin.
Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
Home turf. Well, I mean,
Not home turf. It was in Puerto Rico.
I will say, I don't know Puerto Ricans to ball like that. I mean, I think Jeter's mixed, right? He's
Dominicans.
black. That's what I was going to say. Now, a Dominican will whoop you in some baseball.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Ah, man, that's funny.
Yeah.
I need to spend more time in like Latin America. I feel like I've always
Latin America.
because it's like Florida is like such a weird mix of so much things,
Hmm.
but I've always loved the Latin culture, and it's like it's just fun. It's just a good time. And now that I think
The
about it, I don't
food.
know if I've ever been to like an actual to a like a Spanish speaking majority place. Like I've been to
Yeah.
Jamaica. That's
Yeah,
not
man.
Spanish.
Yeah, man. Except if you're in Spanish town,
Yeah.
it's still not Spanish.
I've been to no, I haven't been to Mexico. I don't know. I should go more places.
Yeah, I enjoy the food. I will tell you that. Puerto Rican food, whether here or in Puerto Rico, holy moly. That's some good cooking.
Hmm.
I like that. It's like my culture's food, but just with a slight different flavor, with more tomatoes. Tomato sauce. I don't know.
I don't know why the way that Paul asked this question comes off rude. Isn't Bad Buddy one?
He's one of those.
One of them? He's one of them, right? Yes, he is Puerto Rican.
Yes,
It's
he
like we're
is.
talking about the. Isn't Paul one of them? One of them Brits?
But his
He's one of them Brits.
Bad Bunny barely speaks English. Just for his right. It's not like Ricky, who
No.
spoke more English
Well,
than
that's that's
anything.
that's that's also a sign of just the changing demographics of America, as there are more Spanish speaking people in America. You know what I mean? Than there were when Ricky Martin was popping off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just so crazy. Like Ricky is actually from Puerto Rico, but Ricky was always a superstar. I think even when he was 5, I don't know for sure. People always say this, but I think that's him singing that "Mamacita, ¿Dónde está Santa Claus?" I think that's him. I'm not sure.
Really?
People have said that. I haven't confirmed it though.
Yo, I don't know what it
Mamacita.
is, but he's got it.
Hmm. He used to be Miguel on General Hospital. Miguel.
Really? He acted?
Yeah. He
I didn't know that.
acted. This is like in the 90s. But if you were a kid like me, you're definitely watching soap operas, learning about real life through soap operas. You know how
Soap
you
operas
walk
are
in an
real life.
elevator, you just fall down the shaft? That happens all the time in
Yeah,
real
that happened to
life.
me earlier today.
And then you're driving your car and it just spins out of control and it just starts going crazy like the brakes are cut.
That's why you get the anti-spin tires.
And then sometimes your evil twin might show up. Like if you're sick, your evil twin will show up and try to take over the role as you, live your life as you. That happens.
I mean, this is Dan's evil twin this entire time. I mean, I didn't know that you were onto me. Um,
Joaquin Phoenix is
Joaquin
not Puerto
Phoenix.
Rican.
I thought his family was actually like
They're
Jewish
white.
descent.
That's River. It's River.
Yeah,
Man, I was here for River's death, so I was
that's a
very, very
river.
sad
Yeah.
about that. I was a big River Phoenix fan.
Also, Paul, I wasn't offended. I was just saying it sounded funny, but I'm not actually like mad. But the way that you wrote it was kind of funny. Yes or no? That's okay. I'm not giving you shit. I just thought it was funny. The way that I read it, it made me laugh. Who wears Joaquin? Let's see.
No, man, they're from
Joaquin.
like California. They're from some cult. They're cultists. They're family, and they all got those weird names. It's like Moonbeam or something like that is the older sister, or Rainbow and
Oh wait.
River. And Joaquin's name was Leaf. Is he Puerto Rican? Was he born there? Do they have him there?
Okay. Yep. So there's a lot going on here. Okay. Joaquin Phoenix is an American actor of mixed European descent, born in Puerto Rico to parents from the continental U.S. While he is
Okay.
sometimes identified with Hispanic roots due to his birthplace, he is not of Puerto Rican ancestry. His mom was Jewish. His father was mostly British, English, Scottish, blah, 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 blah. So,
Blah blah blah.
like, literally, I'm reading this. It's like everyone, British, including English, Scottish, Scots, Irish, Welsh, among with German, French, Huguenot ancestors. So just all white, just straight up, just white, just all the different kinds of white. Was his dad, basically. That's funny. And then his mom was Jewish, which means, according to Jewish law, he is 100% Jewish, which is interesting. Even if he's never read a single word of Hebrew or done anything, which I think is a weird rule.
It's an interesting rule. It wasn't
But
like that in
whatever.
the Bible, though. But we're not going to go there. But In the Bible, you were what your father is, and it's pretty much like that in this country too.
Well, you know what's funny is I actually have been thinking about this because um, this is something that's come up in my life before, and I always wondered why that was a thing. And I did hear multiple theories of why. Um, the first thing that I thought of is like you said in the Bible, that's clearly not the case because when they talk about like the founders or the patriarchs of Judaism, it's Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's not Sarah, Rebecca, Leah. That's not what they talk about, right? So clearly
Hmm.
it was not always like that. That was a law that was changed by humans after the destruction of the Second Temple.
Hmm.
And there's many reasons that they've said. First of all, the main reason that people have said is something that's really interesting that people don't really think about anymore. Like for most of human history, you could never really know for sure who your dad was. I feel like we were just talking about that not too long ago.
Hmm.
So they were basically like, look, yo, your mom's Jewish, you're Jewish, that's it, period. But then the other thing, which is kind of fucked up, is that after the exile, I don't know if you heard about this. It was a tough time for a while for for these people. And there were a lot of attacks and massacres and shit. And a lot of times when communities go through things like that, the men might be killed, and then something else might happen to the women that's really fucked up. And there might be children that arise from because of this. And in order to not ostracize the children of these unfortunate situations, they decided that if your mother is, then you are 100% fully accepted.
That's sweet. It's sweet of
So
them to
that was
do.
definitely a law that was changed, like by rabbis or some shit. Like I don't know exactly when, but in the after the Second Temple period.
Yeah. Now it should be like
So I
if
don't know if
any
anyone
parent.
finds it.
Yeah. I just find it interesting because to me it's just like I feel like well the kid comes out of the man first. So it's like that's just it.
Prove it.
That's it.
Prove that it's mine. No, but well, there's the two things where I think it is kind of changing within the past 100 years. There's two reasons. First of all, there are DNA tests now, so you actually do know for sure. You could actually find out for sure if you are the father or not. You are
Hmm.
the father. And also the other thing, which is also a sad, fucked up thing, during the Holocaust, if you had one Jewish grandparent, that was enough for you to be unworthy of life. So it's like, why? Like, I'm gonna say that you're not when you literally could get killed for this. Like, that's
Yeah.
fucked up. You know what I mean? So I think that's another reason why the attitude of that is slowly changing as well.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But
Speaking,
I can't
I
really
did,
prove that.
yeah, there've been these Holocaust videos just popping up in my feed all the time. The bitch of Auschwitz, showing like all these all the people that controlled all the concentration camps, their downfall and all the stuff like that. And I always wondered who the Hitler family became, and they changed their name to Houston or Houston or whatever.
Oh,
I
they
mean,
definitely ran away. They're definitely in Argentina somewhere.
you know what I'm saying? Angelica
Yeah.
Houston, I see you. Just kidding.
Oh wait, Paul. Wait, I missed this. This was a funny comment. In Yorkshire, Father's Day is also known as Confusion Day. But isn't that really crazy? I know we were just talking about. I think we talked about that on Patreon the other day. Like for most of humanity, you never could really know who your dad was. Like if you look like him, we said this, then you'd be like, oh yeah, it's probably. But like genetics are weird. You don't always look like either one of your parents. You might not even
Hmm.
look like either of your parents.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like you could never really know. Like everyone knows who the mom is. That's very clear. You can't really fake
Yeah.
that. So it's like,
Yeah.
but the dad, it's like you could be told, you could think that it's yours, but in reality, you would never really know. And you would go your entire life, you would never know, and you would raise him as your kid, and
Yeah.
that's fine. But it's like it is crazy. Like up until decades ago, there really was never any for sure way to know.
No, unless somebody told you. My step brother found out he was adopted less than 10 years ago. He's adopted. He's not even my stepdad's son. And he's not, I swore he looked just like his mom, and that's not even his mom. It's crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy. All right. Well, what a fun conversation, guys. So I think this is a good time to wrap it up. I haven't eaten. I don't know about you. I came here right from work.
I ate earlier today.
Good for
You know
you.
me.
So thanks for being here, guys. Even I know it may not feel like you're doing anything, but streams do convert into dollars and cents sometimes. So even just by being here, you are helping fund the tour and stuff. So we do appreciate you. We'll be doing more of these for sure. I mean, we're not going on the road until like October, and we're definitely gonna need some money.
Yeah.
So tell your friends, tell them to check us out on like Bandcamp or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I probably shouldn't curse on the stream if this is live on YouTube. I mean, whatever. Pretend I didn't say that. Thanks, YouTube. But yeah, so we're Side After Dark, and we'll see you soon.
See you guys. Thank you.